Now, at this point, when it comes to your subscribers on YouTube, what is your current following count?
The exact number?
Yeah, do you know it?
No. I did not look at that. I know it's like one. It's like 1.14
Yes.
mil something. I don't know.
It was at least 1.1. That's what I saw.
It's 1 mil something.
Yeah. Now, when it comes to that phrase, which is on your bio on social media, for example, your Instagram, you refer to yourself as a YouTuber.
Mhm.
What is your opinion of that phrase, YouTuber?
First of all, I think that YouTubers are like the best things in the world. Actually, like we're the best because we produce, okay, and we do everything. Like actually, you know what I mean? Like we make movies, but like homemade. So it's like it's authentic, it's genuine, you know. But I can understand why people like down the side of YouTube because people gonna hate on something that's just like, how do you even do that? How do you edit? How do you film? How do you get people to come and then do this and create and have an idea and a title? Like it's a lot, and that's what I like about it. But I think being a YouTuber is like the best because once you're a YouTuber, you could do like now you can act, or now you can be a producer only, or now you can just you can just do whatever you want to do. You just start off like that. I like it. Mm-hmm.
When it comes to that phrase, YouTuber, do you look
Yeah.
at as a good connotation or a bad connotation?
A good one.
Something you embrace?
Yes.
You love that phrase?
Yeah.
Is it easy or hard to be a YouTuber?
I feel like those are the same words. But I would say hard. If I had to say it's hard.
What do you think is the hardest aspect of it?
It's consistency and like the pressure of being consistent because we're not robots. So like we cannot produce every single week of our lives for the rest of our lives. Like I've been doing it since I was like 14. Like I can't do it every day. Mm-mm.
And care to share what age you are at this point?
20. Yeah, so 6 years. But like I wasn't doing it like seriously until I was like 16. So
Now, explain the difference between just doing YouTube and doing it seriously.
yeah. So doing YouTube is just like, my first video was a baby food challenge. That's just doing it. Like, we just did it. And then you post a video 5 years later. Not literally, but like maybe a year later. You know? It's just like you just do it when you feel like it. But like actually being a YouTuber is like you have that in your schedule. You're a planner. You know, you wake up, brush your teeth, and think about I'm editing this video for 4 hours, and then I'm going to the gym, and then I'm coming back, filming another one. That's doing it. Like that's when you making it like a job. Mm-hmm.
Now, what makes a great YouTuber? What are some of those characteristics?
Being open-minded, being social in real life, cause what, and not being shy. So you need to know how to talk to yourself, cause essentially as a YouTuber, you're talking to yourself. Like some people only do videos with other people, so they don't they don't have to talk to themselves, but you need to be comfortable with yourself. Period. Yeah.
Now, how does a YouTuber make money?
There's like so many ways, but like specifically just off YouTube is just like ads. Like we make money off ads, and yeah, ads. There's a lot of other things. I just don't be like I don't know. When I did YouTube, when I first started doing YouTube, I didn't like make money off of it. Like I didn't know you could, and I didn't care. And then one day I got a call, and they're like, you can make money. Like I got my first check when I was 14, and I'm like, okay, but I didn't do it for money. So
Now, in 1 month's time, what's the biggest check you ever received from YouTube?
in 1 month.
Yeah. Out of all your years being a YouTuber,
In 1 month.
What's the biggest monthly check you
that
received?
I actually was like not like living. I was just like film this, film, edit, like 45K. The month I graduated high school. 2019.
Is it safe to say at this point you're a full-time YouTuber? That's your full-time job?
I guess. I mean, I just do a lot. So it's like, Yeah, but I'm like if there's one thing I had to choose, it would be YouTube. So yeah, I guess yeah.
And just
So,
for transparency on your social media bio on Instagram, and for those watching that aren't familiar with your Instagram, what is your Instagram username?
Dy'mond Flawless with 3 S's. Period. You already know.
You have listed artist, YouTuber, dancer, and actress. So just throwing that out there for people that aren't familiar with other things you do aside from
Yeah,
YouTube.
because I like just changed it to that. Because it really just said YouTuber for like my whole life. I'm like YouTuber, and I'm like I actually do a lot more than that. So
Just for transparency, did you have any jobs before you became full-time with YouTube?
no.
Now, as you mentioned, you've been doing this for six years roughly. In your opinion, from what you've seen, what you've experienced, what's the biggest mistake YouTubers make?
Mistake?
Yeah. What's something you notice over and over and over
Oh.
again that YouTubers make?
Oh yeah.
What's the biggest mistake YouTubers make?
Oh. I just think they like are robots. Like y'all do the same thing over and over. Like I don't want to see that no more. Like I started off as Diamond Heart's beauty. Okay, and like I'm not that no more. You get what I'm saying? But I can always be back to that. But you have to evolve. You have to change. Because time is changing. Like the kids that watched you 5 years ago, 6 years ago are adults now. Like are my age. Like, you know what I'm saying? You grow with your audience. Like, nah. You can't be like, I don't understand when people are like 20 and make like kid videos still. Like, what do you guys do?
Now, how does one know when to change? Do you
They
change before? Let me phrase.
Yeah.
When it comes to changing, are you changing before the trend starts? Are you changing after a trend starts or after a wave starts? What is your? How do you navigate that?
So that's like everyone's different, and like for me, like I'll see a trend and be like, don't care. You know what I mean? Like it's not a trend I like, so it doesn't matter. You move on your time. You know what I mean? So like, you know, me, I personally, I'll take a year break if I feel like it. Like you're not gonna force me to do that. Like you're not gonna make me make a video, cause I'm not gonna put nothing out I'm not happy putting out, cause someone said so. I don't work for nobody. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like you just move when you feel like. If you don't want to move and you want to stay in 1999 and keep making those videos, stay like that. Because there is an audience that likes that. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to grow and have a bigger audience, you have to change your style. Just like in music. If you're a rapper and you only do hip-hop and for the streets, you got to now get with like a pop artist, or you make something that's like pop for the radio in order to expand your audience. Because the streets are only this small. You know what I mean? And then there's like the world is like that. So that's how it is with YouTube too. Yeah.
Just to be fair, there are some people, whatever industry of entertainment, there are some people that specialize in something and that's all they do forever. And then there are some people that change with the times, experiment away from whatever the trends are, and that may work or work for them or work against them. So there's different avenues people go, whether it's music or YouTube, like you mentioned. But with you, what have been the different waves that you've transitioned into? So, for example, it started out as beauty. Are you able to describe the other waves you entered after that, or transitioned into after that, if you're able to call it that, or no?
Yeah. Ugh. Like, not but just like, like, I don't know. Because I started off with beauty and it was very authentic. It was me. You get what I'm saying? Like, me, myself, and I, period. Like, not my parents telling me, not my friend, boyfriend, best friend, nobody. But then it's like, once you start collabing, which I really did not want to start collabing at all. Like, I was not a fan of that. But I collabed with men or boys. And it's just like, I went from like a 75 to 80% of female audience, and then the rest, to like 50-50. And that's like, it's cool. Like, I was like, yay, like, we got some, like, boys, you know, like, males. But, nah. Like, I don't want that. I don't want a male audience at all. Like, a little bit. Obviously, like, cool, it's cool. But, like, female audience are the best, okay? This is my bias, personally. Because we actually, like, attach emotion to, like, the people we are influenced by. Like, a boy can, like, one rapper, one YouTuber one day, and then next they forget. They don't know who it is. because they're too high. Now they with this hoe, that hoe. Like, it's just like their lives are like, you know? But girls are like, oh my gosh, I remember that girl since I was like 5 years old. I used to watch her like, oh my God. You get what I'm saying? So like, I'd rather someone that will remember like my value and know it. Because men don't know a lot of like values to a lot of things because they move on too quick or something. I don't know what they got going on, period. But I went from like, yeah, girly stuff and like, you know, guys, summer morning routine, do my hair and makeup, to like, to like, I don't know, like Viagra prank, like that's ghetto. Like it's actually the ghetto. Like you make no money off I hope you guys know that. You make no money off those videos, like none. Your like whole value as a YouTuber, like YouTube just sees you as like, you can have a bunch of views and no money. And that's the difference. If you have beauty or family in your channel name, it's over. Like you make money. It's clean. Every like entertainment industry, but most of them, I can say just YouTube, like they like clean because that's what they need. You know what I mean? Like there's kids on there's kids on YouTube. Like kids. Why are you like making them watch like, and I wasn't a part of it. Why are you making them watch like Let's Smash prank? Like that's not cool. And now they're like, they grow up to be nasty when it comes to like promiscuous, and they're just young. Like it's just like, it's sad. It's sick, actually. Yeah.
What got you to change away from the beauty stuff? Just
collabing with like the wrong people. And like, it's not the wrong, but I don't know. I get bored. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, I don't want to do this no more. Let's do something else. Yeah.
When you started collaborating and getting out of beauty, were there people that asked you to go back to beauty?
Yes. My audience is like, every day they say the same thing. Because they need it. Because no one, like a lot of people that were beauty are not like even a thing anymore. Like they don't care. Yeah. The beauty like industry is kind of like whatever.
Did you ever end up going back to beauty at all or no?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And like not even just on YouTube, like I brought it to Instagram. I brought it to TikTok. You know what I mean? Like I did a Get Ready With Me on TikTok, then posted on Instagram. Because it's faster. I can do it in like 2 seconds. Like I still do the same things. I just don't record it, you know? So yeah. And then like the thing about creators, especially on YouTube, the reason why we also like need breaks and like mental breaks and just da-da-da-da-da, because you can imagine what we go through, but it's just because like you just don't, your head just like, you don't remember. Like I honestly didn't remember who I was for like 4 years until one day, recently my little brother, Denzel, showed me a video of me when I was like 14, 15 or something, and I'm like, what the hell? Who is that? Like, that girl is 15, does not have her permit, driving a G-Wagon, so I don't know where, and then, like, you know, the closet, the way I'm talking, the way I'm moving, it's just like a Barbie. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, now I'm like, because I'm just drained, my energy gets sucked literally out from, like, these boys. Not men, boys. Yeah.
In this conversation where you referenced you made $45,000 1 month on YouTube, yeah. Was that during the beauty days or was that during the collab days?
That was during the collab days of just, it wasn't dirty. It was actually summertime because summertime is pretty good besides holidays because the kids are out of school. But yeah, it wasn't dirty. It was like just like public interviews and like, you know, they're fun. But I just don't like it really because why I gotta do that? I don't gotta be in a bathing suit on the side of South Beach. Like, I don't have to do that. I don't want to do that. Like, no. Mm-mm.
But the dirty stuff, like the Viagra pranks and stuff like that,
that video makes no money. Like, it gets age restricted. You get, like, a strike. I didn't get one, but my classmates. Classmates. I'm hilarious. Okay, go ahead.
Your peers?
My peers.
Now,
they are. I don't know what they are.
What are your thoughts on YouTube right now, 2021? What do you make of the scene, generally speaking?
Generally, of everyone.
Yeah, just YouTube, period. What do you make of it?
It's just, every year it's just deteriorating, just like the world. Like, it is bad. It is bad. Like, I've gone months without even touching, like, clicking the app. Like, I would just only listen to music on Apple Music. Like, I just would despise it. Like, because why are you, like, the creators, okay, my favorite YouTuber is FaZe Rug, period. And then everyone else, I'm just like, like, you know? And people will be like, oh, he's repetitive. But it's, like, positive all the time. And that's what you need. I don't care what you do behind the scenes and where you go or what he does. No, it doesn't matter. But what you broadcast is, like, what you need to, like, spread. It's the energy you're spreading. So, like, all that negativity and, like, people do YouTube for drama, and that's not it. That's not what it's for, like, at all. So I don't like it. I don't want to watch it at all. I don't like drama.
Now, if you feel like you've answered any of these next few questions already, then you can skip it or add on to it. And if not, feel free to provide an answer. Yeah. But what's the best thing about YouTube right now, if anything?
Music.
Explain.
Okay. YouTube music, like just the music part of YouTube, music videos, not like lyric videos, music videos, because like it's just the best part of it. It's been the best part. That is what YouTube is. Like, yeah.
And what's on the opposite end of the spectrum, the worst part about YouTube right now?
The worst part is just like people my age that just take advantage of their platforms and just put negative things out there because now these kids think like that. Now they're bullying people in their class and they look up to you. Now they're acting like, you know, I just did a prank, you know, on my class teacher that I passed out and I'm bleeding everywhere. That's not funny. Like, that's not funny. Like, none of it is funny. Like, people really be thinking, like, my age, just their head is just like this. Their brain is just messed up, and they think that things that are so bad, especially for a child to think, it's not funny. And that's why I really like family channels because you have kids in it, you know? And so you these are your kids, so you try to show what you do with your kids, you know? But when you're just my age, you're like 20, 21, you're not thinking like that. You're like, yeah, we go out to the strip club. Like, that's not, like, you know? That's not cool. Like, you do it, but you don't gotta, like, keep putting it in people's face. Like, no. It's toxic.
What is YouTube missing at this moment in time, if anything?
We're missing vlogs. Like, things that you just don't even think about. Like, you just record and post. You might chop it here and there because there's silent parts. But we don't have vlogs. Like, vlogs don't exist anymore. We only have, like, fake scripted dumb stuff that make no sense at all.
What's the best way to get educated on YouTube?
Is to watch the people that make those videos. They're like, hey guys, how to do this, how to get subscribers, how to get your insights up. But my way, how I learned YouTube was actually at YouTube Space LA. When I had like 20K subs. It was 20K subs. They invited me, which is no longer there. That's why I'm like sad about it. But it's just like, it was a class, a creator class, and they teach you everything. Like everything. What CPM is, revenue, where to put your ads, how to do your thumbnails, what catches, like the recommendations. Because people think like videos just blow up. No, they blow up because of like your thumbnail, and if there's a face that they recognize, it's a happy face, if it's a young face, if it's an old face, and who they're going to recommend it to. But if your video feels like we can't recommend that to anybody, like we're just gonna leave it. It's not that your subs didn't see it. It's just that YouTube doesn't push it at all. No one's watching it, so, yeah.
Is YouTube at this point a hustle or an art form?
Okay, for like 3 years of mine, like ever since I started collabing, it became a hustle because the boys wanted it to be a hustle, you know? But now that I'm like, can breathe, I'm gonna make it back to an art form. Like I'm gonna redo the videos I used to do and then some. Like my break was needed. But as of the general, it's a hustle. It's just like, it's black and white. Like I can guess what like someone's about to put out. Like it's just easy. Easy.
For you personally, how did it start? Was it YouTube. A hustle or an art form?
Oh, it started off as an art form. Like, I did not know what I was doing at all times.
So it sounds like, in essence here, you're going to go back to the basics.
Yes. Yeah. I'm excited.
What do you wish you knew before you became a YouTuber, if anything?
There's no friends in the industry. Not one. Like, not one.
Now, circumstances could be different for everybody, but generally speaking, what do you say to someone right now thinking about becoming a YouTuber?
Like, what my advice to them?
Yeah.
My advice is to stay true to yourself. My advice is to not watch any YouTubers. Don't watch it. Like, sit at your house and just like how you would like paint a picture, blank canvas, write down what you want to do with your life and what you like and sort it out yourself. That's it. Do not watch other people. Like, I don't even go, like, I don't scroll on Instagram at all. Like, at all. People are like, did you see? No, I didn't. Like, do you remember? No, I don't. Like, I post. You know, when you're a producer, you don't consume, really, because you produce. So what's the point?
Do you have any kids at this point?
Yes. Well, I do. My little Frenchie, he's 9 months. But, like, actual human kids, no. I've never been pregnant before. Period. That's a flex. That's a flex right now.
Hypothetically speaking, would you let your own kid become a YouTuber?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. I think it's healthy.
Just curious there. And I did want to piggyback off one thing. I know I had asked you earlier in this conversation, biggest check you received, you mentioned $45K. Was that something you just received once out of all your 6 years, or was that something you've received more than once?
More than
hit
once.
That number. Okay.
Yeah, more than once. But it's just like, YouTube is not my only source of income, though. But yeah, more than once. Yeah. But it's just like, because I just, I don't know. I don't like, that's funny because even when it was a hustle, it wasn't. Like, I didn't care for it, the money. You get what I'm saying? Like, maybe because, like, you know, money was never, like, the issue before I even started. But, like, you know, with family and stuff, it's just, I don't care for money. Like, it's the roots of all evil. So, like, what's the point? People are like, oh, 45, I need to make 50. Like, no, you don't. Like, no, you don't. I will turn off my monetization and not care. Like, actually. Because that's not the point. And people literally do YouTube and start a channel for money. And, like, some of them be my, like, close friends. And I'm like, you need to stop. Like, don't do it. Because you're ruining, like, the atmosphere. You're just, it's not good. Don't do nothing for money. Like, anybody who wants to do, like, something, like, will do anything for a dime, I'll not trust you. Because now you going, you know, you might snake me for, like, how much money. Like, who cares? That's weird.
There's a phrase in the entertainment industry, or maybe outside of the entertainment industry, that people say. It's, and I don't know the phrase verbatim, but something like, you sold your soul. Someone's selling their soul.
Exactly.
In your 6 years of YouTube, have you ever sold your soul?
No. If I sold my soul, I would be like everyone else. Period. I would not be able to smile right now. I would not be able to think for myself. And I see it, and I'm just like, please stop. And I didn't see it in YouTubers, though. Like, I haven't seen it in YouTubers until, like, very, very, very recent, like, last year. But, like, YouTubers always have been, like, just people, you know? But once it got, like, you know, it's always been in the music industry. And I've always been, like, around rappers or just, like, not even rappers, just, like, artists and stuff. And I see it, but you don't think that because you just think, oh, they're on drugs. But they're not sometimes. And they're really, like, their manager has to be like, hey, yo, say hi. And you're just like, every time someone is telling them what to do and they, like, just move so, like, 1, 2, it's just like, wait, what? And you talk to them and they repeat themselves. Like, they don't have much vocab. And I'm like, because I was so, it's fortunate but unfortunate. I see life so, like, rainbow. Like, rainbow. Like, everything's so fun already. Like, people are like, are you high? I'm like, off life. Mm-hmm. So, like, if I'm actually, like, if I smoke a blunt, I'm like, what? Like, mad, hate it, like, not happy, you know? So, yeah. People sell their souls. Mm-hmm. Because, like, they're not from money. So, like, they just, like, I could, like, literally be like, here's $30K. And people would be like, what do you want me to do? And I can actually act like that. Like, I do that, actually. Like, lately, I've been acting, like, on purpose when I'm in public. Like, I don't talk. I don't say anything. I don't look at anybody. And I'm like this. Because then people don't mess with you. Like, at all. Because they're like, she sold her soul. I'm like, yeah, to Jesus. Because, like, you can be both. If like, that's the thing people need to know. Don't sell your soul because you can be both. Like, people that say they're in the Illuminati and stuff like that, yeah, they are. But there's two sides of everything. So there's two sides of it. Like, there's bad, and then there's a good side of the Illuminati. You know? So they're part of it, but they're both. Like Drake said, yeah, I'm both. Yeah, both. Mm-hmm.
Now, is this an assumption here? Is this an observation here? Or do you personally know someone in the Illuminati? Do you have any experience of that at all? Because there are people, I didn't mean to cut you off, but there are people wondering, is this real? Is the Illuminati real? Or is that something just people say?
Yes, it's real. It's real. Like, it's real. It is real, bro. Mm-hmm. And, like, all of us have, like, a gift, you know what I mean? Each person has a gift. Like, some people can see things, some people can hear things, some people can feel things. And then some people just don't care what their gift is, and they just smoke weed all day or something, which weed is good. But, like, you know, they just deteriorate themselves, so then they don't feel or see or hear anything. So it's dumb. Like, why are you here? But I know it's real. Like, I know it's real. I've seen it, like, and experienced it, like, within myself. Like, last year, like, the whole thing, I don't remember. Like, that wasn't me. My voice was not there. My eyes, like, people do not have to talk. If you look at them in your eyes, you can see, like, something. And, like, there, you see, like, that time of my life, you see nothing. And the first time I ever, like, experienced seeing nothing in someone's eyes for real and actually, like, realizing it, because you definitely see that when you're a kid, you just don't know. You know what I'm saying? You're just like, Mommy, he's scary. Like, you know what I'm saying? But no. When you're older, and I was, like, I guess 19, 18, whatever. But with my past ex, Jason, that was the first time I've seen nothing. Like, nothing. I was like, what the hell? Like, you actually feel like you're just, like, in a matrix, like, because you lock in. You know what I'm saying? You're a sponge. So, like, if you look at someone and they're just, like, like, you become, exactly that. So, him, not saying he can't turn it off, because I can turn it on, too. You know what I mean? Like, when I'm in the club and, like, there's certain people around me, I turn it on. And I'm not, like, there. I'm just vibing. Like, I'm there, but I'm like, Because, like, you don't need to be there, for real. Your actual happy, like, does not need to be there. They will take it real quick. Yep. You want to be, like, you want to match energy. You have to match energy. You have to. Because I'd be like, oh, everyone's so mean. I'm going to be happy and just be, like, vibing and let everybody just be around me like this. No. Hell no. No, because it gets scary like that. And you're just like, why is everyone staring at me? But if you become like them and we all staring, we're just like... And I actually learned that from modeling. Like, from just, like, literally taking pictures and stuff. Because I realized, like, you doing things that are just... In dancing. Dancing, you don't look at nobody. When you're on stage, you don't see nobody. So, like, it's already been in me. I just didn't realize, you know? So, it's just focusing. Focus, yeah.
Just for clarification, though, when it comes to the phrase Illuminati.
Yeah.
Were you ever approached by someone to join it?
By a person? Not a person. But approached? Yes.
Could you shed some light on that?
Can you shed light on that? I don't know. Jesus. Last year was what happened. That's what's like really happened. Like really happened. Like I said, I always like saw life just so happy and rainbows and unicorns because that's how my parents painted the picture for me. And they didn't shelter me, but I just always thought that. Even if I hear gunshots, I'm like, hey, it's fireworks. You get it? Like, everything was good. But that's not how life works. It's a yin-yang. So, basically, last year, like, dollars were flying at me. No cap. Like, literal single, like, $1 bills, okay? And, like, numbers were just like this. Off the dollar bills. I was, like, able to do and see and feel things and know things that I never, like, I have goosebumps, that I could never just do. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're just, like an alien. Like, everything's, like, I know exactly where it is. Or I know he's right behind me. And people are like, who's right behind you? Don't worry about it. Like, what? First of all, yes, okay? And you are what you consume. Like, if you watch horror movies all the time, you're gonna be that. Like, you're gonna be a monster. And that's why I don't like scary movies. I never liked it. But people, obviously, like, I've been watching those. I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? So, and I've been dating them. Like, I literally will date, like, a demon. You know what I'm saying? Because opposites attract. Like, oh, I'm an angel. Yeah, so I'm dating the devil. Like, duh. You know what I'm saying? Like, who cares? It's always like that. It's always like that. We can't, it's hard to be, like, too similar. Why would I like you? You too nice, like me. You get it? Yeah. But
Go ahead.
It comes to you. And it's scary as hell. It's very scary. I was paranoid. Like, everywhere I went, I felt like someone was just right behind me. And no one would be behind me. I couldn't be in the bathroom. I couldn't shower by myself. Like, someone would have to, like, be right next to me. You know what I'm saying? Even when I got admitted into the psych ward, I saw shapes. And not, like, fake ones. Like, just, like, literal, like, real ones would be, like, I would see it. Like, you know what I mean? It's all art. You know what I mean? And it's just, like, I couldn't handle it at that time. You know? Mentally.
So, just for transparency here.
Yeah.
On this conversation or clarification, whatever phrase is appropriate here.
Yes.
I think when people think of the phrase Illuminati, they think of a secret society and people asking, hey, do you want to be a part of this secret society? And now you're part of the secret society, and it's a hush-hush thing.
Yeah.
But while you're discussing the Illuminati here in this conversation, is it more for you just an energy or a feeling, or is this an actual secret society type of scenario here?
Like, it's a feeling. Like, it's an energy. Like, I don't know, actually. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. It's not like I know. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like I've been in a room and we're like, hey, guys, we're Illuminati. Like, I don't know. I mean, I wish it was, like, something. No, I don't wish that. Fuck that. But, no, like, it's really, it's a feeling. Like, it's an energy. Because it's just an energy. Like, there's just no reason why my first time meeting a celebrity was Nicki Minaj, and she was like, stay in school, and that's all she said. And I'm like, why is she saying that? Like, that's all you could have said something more, like, you know? And then I realized, like, 10 years later, because I was like, I don't know, 10. I think I was 10. I was like, damn, yeah, you do need to stay in school. Because, like, what the hell? Like, and I always was scared. I used to be scared of, like, Beyonce's music, Rihanna's. But it's not. Like, yeah, it is a part. Like, it is. And they do this the whole time. And they're like, ah. And, like, when you're in the concerts, you just feel like, you feel the power just, like, you know you're at a Beyonce concert and Jay-Z World Tour. You know you're at a Rihanna Diamonds tour. You know? But then you go to a Lil Uzi concert, and then you're like, oh, yeah. They're both powerful, but one's one side and the other is another. Because Lil Uzi was like, everyone put your horns up, and the whole thing was red. The whole audience is red. The crosses are upside down. There's skulls everywhere on, like, it's just scary. Like, that's cult. Like, that is cult, okay? Like, that's scary as hell. I don't like that. I don't like that. I was there, but I was like, I don't like this, you know? And, like, people from Boca, they love that because they're sad. And, like, the only people I really like that's like that is, like, X. Love that. And Juice. Love that. Yeah. And then, like, everyone else that's like, I don't like it. Because it's like, I don't even understand what you're saying. That's what's scary. And even some of these rappers that be like, like, I don't even know what you're saying. And, like, it's just weird. Because what are you saying? It's English, but it's, like, squeaky and weird and just, like, alien stuff, Morse code. I don't know what you're saying. But you can understand a Beyonce to the left. Or you can understand a Rihanna, shine bright like a diamond. And it's like, it's positive. Beyonce is talking about Halo. You know, if I were a boy. You know what I'm saying? But who knows what she be going through? Obviously, everybody goes through stuff. But she, like, puts out positivity. So who cares? Rihanna puts out Drake puts out positivity. Why are you scared of Drake? Why are you scared of Rihanna? Those are the good people. And, like, that's what happens. Like, that's what, when you have bad in you, it confuses your brain. You think good is bad and bad is good. So now you're just like, Lil Uzi, Drake is bad. Like, what? Nothing against Lil Uzi because whatever, but... And they look like how they think, okay? They look like it. They look short, everything just, like, you know, and Drake looks like he's vibing. He's vibing. Actors and actresses, too. The whole industry is like that. But I believe that, like, actors and actresses really, like... I don't know. I think they're all good, but I don't know. Obviously, there's bad, but I see them as just, like, really good people. Like, actresses and actors are really good people. Mm-hmm. Even if they have a bad role. Like, they play a bad person. They're really good people, you know? But rappers and music, that's the number one thing where people just... They're like, sell me now. $5. So I can get a pack of weed. Like, what? What? Bro, what? Females, too, in the industry. No. Even Cardi B, she's really good, yeah. Nicki Minaj, too. These are the people that get you out of your breakups. You listen to it. Mariah Carey, you get what I'm saying? Aaliyah, Ashanti, because you're like, it's empowering you. It's helping you. But if you're constantly listening to, like just, I like the song, but I can't constantly listen to, like, I see shadows in my room. Like, I can't constantly listen to that. Because I'm really going to start seeing shadows in my room, like, right now. Like, I don't want to hear that every day. Or, like, you know, just, like, just songs that just, like, say they're going to kill themselves, like, da-da-da. Even Rod Wave. And I love Rod Wave. Everyone loves Rod Wave. But that is where you can literally just die. Like, you're just in depression because you only listen to Rod Wave. Like, you don't listen to Nothing Happy. You don't listen to Bruno Mars. You don't listen to, like, Pharrell Williams. Like, you listen to Rod Wave. And Rod Wave is sad as hell. Even his happy songs are just sad. And you're, like, crying all day. So it's like, it's good music, but you can't listen to that all the time, you know? Yeah. It's sad. And I feel bad because Rod Wave is, like, going through it, too. And everyone's like, how is he going through it? He's Rod Wave. Yeah, exactly. You hear his music? He's going through it. Duh. All he talks about is how he's alone, sad, hate, heartbreak, and hate. And that's just his perspective on life. It's not like I don't go through that. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you don't go through that. It's just how you see life, literally. And one little thing can change your perspective. Literally one little thing. Like, oh, this morning I woke up and, like, this song came on compared to this morning I woke up and, like, my mom came screaming in my room, get ready, da-da-da-da-da. You get what I'm saying? Like, everything is, like, connected. So, if you choose to live a sad life, then you will. And then you're just going to be gone. So, be like, look, you know what I think? You know how they say manifest and stuff? Like, bro, I was going to get an X tattoo from, like, X, whatever. Because he's, like, where he, like, passed away and stuff. He's, like, just, he's really close to me. Like, I never met him. I've seen him, but I've never met him. Besides, like, literally him in the casket. So, but I was going to put, like, bad vibes forever because he has that. And I was just like, I don't want to tattoo that. I don't want to. Why would I tattoo that? You know? I'd rather tattoo, like, just maybe his name or a little picture of him. but not like something negative. Because all he had was just like negativity on his face. Like, fuck the world, bad vibes, like just killing myself. Like, that's not cool. Like, that's what makes you look in the mirror every morning and you just see like ugly. And he wrote actually ugly on his face. Like, that's actually a tattoo he had. I'm just like, no, you can't do that. You can't. You consuming it, you letting it like get to you. And then you also can't make music videos or videos like that. Or joke about being dead. That's not cool. That's not cool. Everyone, I died, like, and then I'm just kidding, I'm alive. That's not funny. And then people that do that, the little audiences, I think that's trolling. That's not cool, because they will die. X had a video of him in the casket. And it came out after he died, but he filmed it way before. He knew. They know. Like, Young Dolph knew. They all know. That, like, they know. They put, come on, Juice WRLD put 999. That means beginning or ending of something. You know? So it's like, you don't know if he wanted to start something new or if he wanted to end himself. And he wanted to end himself. And he did. Like, artists kill themselves all the times because, like, nobody really understands you. Even other artists don't understand you. You get it? Like, I don't understand them. They don't understand me, period. We don't understand each other, and that's fine. You know? So that's it, pretty much. It's sad.
You've mentioned several different artist names in this conversation. Do you have any relationship with any of these people you named? Or is this more so like your opinion, your assumption, your...
I, like, refrain from, like, talking about people that I actually know in real life. Because I know them in real life. And, like, you know, we all go through it. So I'm not going to, like, you know, these people I don't really know. I've never met them. Or if I met them, it was very brief. You know what I'm saying? But people I know for real, I can't talk on because they better not talk on me. That's all I know. You get what I'm saying? Because you probably met me in my worst state. Like, who I was an hour ago is not who I am right now. Like, literally, I learned like this. So I don't judge people like that. I don't like to judge, you know? I'm just going from the general base, like, as from the audience perspective, because to be, like, you know, an artist, you have to, like, you have to look at it from a different perspective, like, from the audience. To be a teacher, you need to be a student, you know? So I study it. I listen to music all the time, and that's that, you know? And you just feel the energy, the vibes. When you play this song in the club, you feel the vibe. Like, that's why, DJs, a lot of DJs need to get, like, reevaluated. Because some DJs just literally just haunt the audience for fun. Like, that's sick. Like, I'll go in there and be like, I was on a cruise, and I asked them, the DJ, I said, yo, can you play Kodak Black? And he's like, who? I was like, I know he's lying. Like, I know he's looking at my face, he's lying. I said, Kodak Black. He's like, I don't know who that is. I said, so you're playing all this, like, Spanish and te bote, but you don't know Kodak? And he's like, no, I don't. I said, okay, play Justin Bieber. He said, okay. What? What? I was like, oh, yeah, this is bad. Because even DJs are just biased. They're like, I will refuse to play Nicki Minaj or Drake. But I would definitely play Katy Perry. What? That's not even the time right now. Like, that was a long time ago. We're not listening to California Girls right now. We listen to Super Gremlin. And another thing, period. Okay, I'll talk on one person that I actually know. Julio Fulio, I know him, right? But I know Kodak too, but whatever. Not personal. I don't know. I always end up being closer with Jack Boy, and I'm just like, I love Kodak. But it's fine. I like Jack Boy. Julio Fulio is raw, okay? Because he's actually what, like, made me, like, think, like, oh, my gosh. Like, I knew, but he, like, clarified it. Like, I was like, wow, you're right. Because he talking to me on the phone. We talking, and I'm just like, why did you just post something that's so, like, mean and scary? And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, you talk completely different. You're positive, you're nice, but your, like, music scares the crap out of me. Like, I don't want to watch no, like, demonic thing with your eyes black. Like, I don't like that. And he's like, you have to. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, you have to. Because, like, I guess, you know, his marketing and his, like, ways of thinking is that it's true, though. People like negativity more than they like positivity. So you might as well just be negative. Like, you might as well. If you want to be bigger, you want more people to come and understand you or be in your, you know, in your audience, you have to give them what they want. Just like Kodak. I thought of that too. I'm like, Kodak is, like, so lit. He's nice. He's actually a good person. But he's talking about, you know, being a super gremlin. Like, you know, that's not, you're not going to be like, oh, my gosh, I'm God. Like, I'm Jesus. Like, people will be like, shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. But if you say I'm a super gremlin, people will be like, hey, I'm a super gremlin, period. Like, you get what I'm saying? And I'm like, yeah. Because, like, super gremlin has, like, crack in the song. Like, actually. And it makes sense. Mm-hmm. Yep. It makes a lot of sense. Yep. This is fun.
Now, for transparency, what's your relationship with Julio Fulio?
I don't know. Friends. I don't know. Yeah, friends. I, like, okay, earlier when I called them classmates, the YouTubers, it's just because, like, I don't really like YouTubers. Like, I don't really like other YouTubers. It's sad, but I don't like them. Like, people I used to look up to, like, females that were beauty, da-da-da, and then they start, like, you know, following me. They're nasty. Like, they're sick. And I'm like, why did I ever look up to you? And they're like, because I'm this, I'm not. No, you're not. You're not. You're actually the opposite. And I'm going to take your place. I've already taken your place. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's sad. That you can be in everyone's face and fake as hell, and in real life, you're just the worst person ever. Like, that's why I don't really like YouTubers. Because they be fake as hell. Fake as hell. Woo! So fake. The only real YouTuber I probably know. I mean, I know a few, but, like, Deshae is a real-ass person. Mm-hmm. Yep. I like him. Gio's a real-ass person, too. Smooth Gio's a real-ass person. Mm-hmm. I've been peeped that, though. Like, as soon as I meet them, I already know. Like, you know what I mean? They're real-ass people. Like, the things they put out is how they feel. And that's hard. For a lot of these other people, they're fake. They don't care about y'all. They don't care about the audience at all. They don't. That's why they just stop, and then they become a boxer or something. And it's just like, nobody wants to watch you beat people up. If you have inner problems, just say that. I like boxing, but you don't give up on people that need you. You don't do that. You don't. And then they sign other people, other YouTubers and girls. Like, you're weird. Like, you're actually weird. You think I signed Jason? You think me and Gio signed him? No. That was our friend. And it is our friend. They don't get along anymore, but that's our friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's weird. You don't do that. You don't do that. And I be joking on the internet, okay? And y'all be, like, taking it serious because it's fun. But it's a joke, though. In my eyes, I know it's a joke. You get what I'm saying? And I don't take it too far, but people don't be joking. They be dead-ass serious when they're like, F the world, F you, I don't care. I make money. Yeah, you make money because we watch you. Not because you just make money, you know? People are unappreciative and gross. Just know that, okay?
How do we know if you're joking or not? Or how do people know if you're joking
like,
or
you
not?
know if someone's joking if it's like...
How do we know if you're joking or not? Yeah.
I'm, like, always joking. I don't know. I'm, like, I don't take shit serious at all. Like, life, like, everything is just, like... And, like, you know, I don't know. I be joking. And because I don't be joking about, like, serious stuff, I don't be like, guys, I'm dead. I be like, guys, I was in psych ward. And they're like, why would you say that? Because I was last year. And y'all ain't give a fuck. So, bitch, I am this year if I feel like it. Because I'm trying to run away from Miami. Like, get out without people thinking I'm, like, you know? I was just trying to get out. It wasn't trying to mess up with the audience. It was really, like, for people that are, like, close to me. Like, my parents, my friends. You know? Because why y'all so worried about me now? Y'all wasn't worried about me when I really got Baker acted. Y'all was the one signing the paper to get me in there. You get what I'm saying? No. You cannot stay where you're from. Like, I love Florida, but I can't stay there. I will die. Like, actually. And people die, like, all the time. Right in our face. Just stabbed, shot, and we're just like, okay. Another one. Like, another one. Unless I'm living on Star Island next to P. Diddy, I'm not living there. No? Mm-mm. Even then, I still won't. It's scary. Miami's scary. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How do you know if someone's real or fake? You mentioned Deshae and you mentioned Gio, and you said you could tell they were real right away.
Okay, well, Gio was kind of hard at first, I'm not gonna lie. Because Gio is, like, bougie and, like... And I'm just like, is he joking? But he's not. It took a minute with him. Deshae, I knew he was real because I watched him before I met him. And then, like, you just... If you're real, you recognize real. You get what I'm saying? And I'm real recognize fake, too. Because we can be fake if we have to. When they say fake it till you make it, you got to sometimes. Like, you got to smile on people's face like, I don't like you. You know? But you gonna make me win, so we gonna work. But I don't like you for real. I see what you be doing, you know? But I recognize real in those two people specifically.
And when it comes to Julio Fulio, when you say you guys are friends, it's strictly platonic.
Oh yeah, we like never met in person. Like I've never seen him like walk in like real life. I don't know. Like we talk on the phone. Yeah.
Is it a shot type of thing?
It would no.
Okay.
You know who else is like that? This is controversial, but it's not controversial. I don't care. Like I really don't. I don't care who's baby mama, who got who, but Hot Boy's like that too. He's real as hell, and so is Young and Ace. I've met both of those dumb in person, but they're like you meet them and you can just feel like, wow, like they're chosen. You get what I'm saying? Like they're meant to like do something good, even though they're like in gangs or whatever. Like they're meant to do something good. So that's good for them. Yeah, it's good for us.
When you met Nikki, and I'm just piggybacking and breaking down some of the stuff you just mentioned in this conversation. How'd you meet Nikki?
Oh, like
when you were 10.
Meet and greet passes my dad bought for like $500. And then I went on stage. They put me on stage. It was Britney Spears concert, actually. She was opening up for Britney Spears, okay? You see where Britney Spears is at. Yeah.
When you say she told you to stay in school, and you actually did go to school, care to share how far with school you've gone thus far?
So I just graduated, class of 2021 of University of Central Florida in Orlando. But I got my associates. I was going to do the whole bachelor's 4 years there, but I just ended up doing the 2. Really, I did 1 year because I had college credits already from high school. But I couldn't do it anymore because too many people recognize you, and it's just not college anymore. It's just like meet and greet every day for free. And I'm paying for my classes out of my pocket. It's just ghetto. So I did the 1 year, finished it really online after like COVID, blah, blah, blah. Now I'm going to SCAD University, and I'm excited in Atlanta, where we are. So I'm excited. Yeah.
What high school are you referencing here that you attended?
West Boca High School.
And why SCAD for you?
SCAD for me?
Yeah.
Bro, exactly. I don't know. It came to me. I did not come to it. I did not know what SCAD was. And I used to live in Atlanta when I was like 8. And I never seen SCAD. Always in Atlantic Station. Never seen SCAD. Okay? Like, that's weird. And a lot of people, like, tell me that, like, they purposely don't advertise it in a certain way. Like, a lot of people don't know about it that go to, like, public schools because they want you to go to, like, a regular, like, you know, university. But it's an art school. And I want to go there because I'm studying film and fashion, so. And everything is free. Like, not free. It's obviously in the tuition, but it's just, like, I don't have to pay for a studio session, like, to record a YouTube video. Like, everything, the camera's there. There's, like, everything. Like, I won't even need my MacBook anymore. Like, it's just crazy. The fashion, they do runway stuff, you know, and, like, people, Gucci and all them, like, Prada, they watch students from SCAD, and then they recruit them to work. So, like, what the hell? No one told me about it. It's like Zoe 101 on like, drugs, literally. And you walk in there, you're like, I was like, oh, my God, this is crazy.
Can you clarify the ghetto phrase?
Not the ghetto. Oh, yeah, the ghetto. Okay, like, what do I mean when I say ghetto?
Yeah. What's the
ghetto.
exact context?
It's just, this is ghetto. Like, I talk like this, right? Because I'm from Boca. And people always say I'm from LA because I talk Valley. But I can talk ghetto because I've dated the ghetto, like, for a million years. Like, I be in the ghetto all the time. Like, so happy to be in the passenger seat, vibing all day. But ghetto just means, like, it's not it. Like, it's just not, it's not giving what it's supposed to give, basically. Yeah. Like, you could be like, this water is ghetto because it tastes like, maybe it tastes like sewer water or something. It's just ghetto. Just trash. But ghetto is not bad, Like, sometimes I like to be ghetto, A little classy, a little ratchet, Sometimes my hair blue, I'm ghetto. It's red? Oh, yeah, we lit. Just know.
You mentioned the Psych ward. You mentioned the Baker Act. Can you, for people getting to know you for the very first time through this interview, is that something you could shed light on that whole experience there? Why you went? What's the outcome since you've left? Things of that nature there.
Oof. I just hate that people even met me in that state ever. Because a lot of people, like big people like Young Blue, like, discovered me from that. Like, that's scary. But, I don't know. It's just, I was, like, I'm very friendly and happy, and I love to be with people. So, like, when you're a light, you attract dark. Like, you're the light. They need the dark. I mean, wait. Yeah, they're the light, and they're dark, so they need you. You get what I'm saying? They're like, the light. So, that's why they're monsters. But I got Jane Doe'd, literally. Like, that's sick. Like, that case is actually, like, in progress. So, whatever. Like, I put it in paper, in the court. Because they Jane Doe'd me, like, actually, in Miami. At Mount Sinai Medical Center, okay? They're like, what's your name? I'm like, Dy'mond Charleston. They're like, no, you're Jane Doe. Wrote it down, shot me in my butt. I woke up on the 6th floor in the psych ward in a handicap chair in the handicap room. And I thought I was in heaven. I thought I died. I did not know my name. Obviously, you have the, like, wristband thing, but I didn't know what was going on. I don't remember. I don't remember. And who knows what happened between those. I don't know how long I was gone for. You get it? And yeah, I don't know. I don't necessarily say that was a bad thing though, because I was bad. You get what I'm saying? So, like, if they shot me up and when I woke up, I felt like I was in heaven, not in hell. And I probably just was, like, actually in hell before. You get it? So it's not a bad thing. Now that I just realized that, like, just now. It's not a bad thing. But it's just traumatizing. Because you're telling people who you are, and they're like, no, you're not. And I'm like, am I even speaking English? Like, do you even hear what I'm saying? And I think like that now. Like, a lot of people don't hear what you're saying. Like, I'll be like, oh, my gosh, this is so fun. And they'll be like, what'd you say? What'd you say about me? What? Bro, I didn't say nothing about you. Like, that's weird, bro. That's that telephone game, but in real life. And that's why English is, like, not a good language. Like, cancel the language because we don't understand each other when we talk at all. But, yeah, it was fun. I actually made the best out of it in the psych ward. It was fun, and people recognized me. Like, that was the sad part. They're like, Dy'mond. And I'm like, not you meeting me in the freaking psych ward. And they're like, they were in there because their boyfriend was beating on them or something, so they're running away, and they admit themselves. You get what I'm saying? A lot of the people were my age, or they were older, like, actually, like, businessmen, businesswomen, like, in their tuxedos coming into the psych ward vibing just so they can get away from life. Like, it's like a free vacation. But it's not free. I had to pay 40 bands for a week. Thanks. And then my parents canceled my health insurance, so it really was like, yeah. It's not even canceled. I was 19, so it's like, it expired. You know what I'm saying? It's just ghetto. It was ghetto. But I had fun. And you know what song came out that day? The Bigger Picture by Lil Baby. And it was on the TV. And just letting you know, the psych ward is just like jail. Just, like, with better food and therapy sessions. But, like, you don't go outside. Yeah. You don't go outside. The second time I got biggerted and went in, I went outside. They let me go outside. But guess what? One of the guys escaped. That shit was funny as hell. He like, Tarzan the hell out of the fence. It was tall as hell. And just ran. Like, ran. And they did not do anything about it. He came back, like, 2 days later. I mean, like, I was really in there for a long time because... A month is a long time. Because, like, every time you cry, another day. Another day. You cannot cry. How am I supposed to not cry? I'm in the psych ward. There's people talking to themselves, and you have roommates that are, like, scary. Okay? And the nurses are like, well, you got to deal with it. No, I can't sleep next to them. Well, we'll just give you more medicine. And now you're just zombied out off drugs. And people are like, Dy'mond, how'd you get so thick? The psych ward. All you do is they put you on drugs, and you just eat and sleep. You don't do anything. Anything. Literally. The most we did was color. So.
Well, you mentioned group therapy or
group
therapy session.
Yeah, therapy session. It's both. Yeah, group therapy, they call it. Mm-hmm. It's actually lit. It's good.
So you've done the psych ward twice?
Twice, yeah. Back to back.
It was the same psych ward both times?
The first one was Mount Sinai in Miami, and the second one was in Delray. Beach Regional. So one's Palm Beach. Yeah, Delray is Palm Beach.
And Mount Sinai was 1 week, and the Delray was a month.
1 week. No, they both were like... Wait, no. Honestly, now I don't know. I was in Miami for 2 weeks, and then I was in the Delray for 1. So 3 weeks. Not like a full month, but basically. But the Miami was hell. It was like, it's actually like designed like a 5-star like hotel. Like you're like in a penthouse, like on top of like the world. Like you see the whole Miami, like ocean, everything, but you cannot get out. Oh yeah, everyone's killing themselves, like literally. And in the therapy sessions, they mess up your mind because they're like, if you had to be somewhere outside right now, just look out the window. Where would you want to be? What? Why would you even ask that? We can't go, so why would you ask that? Like, I will break this window. Like, get me out. But I was vibing because I wasn't vibing. The medication they gave me lockjaw. I was not vibing. And they would not take me off of it. The doctor would not take me off of it. Mind you, psychiatrists are like sick people. Like, they're sick. The people that tell you you're sick are sick themselves. Like, they need psychiatrists, and they won't have one because I'm a psychiatrist. Why would I need one? That's like me saying I'm a YouTuber. Why would I need to learn from a bigger YouTuber? What? Duh. I want to learn from the bigger YouTubers. You need help all the time. Everybody need help. And people are like, Dy'mond, get help. What? What kind of help? Because that therapy stuff don't help me. Me going to a therapist does not help me. It makes me crazy, actually. Like, it makes me freak out. This right here helps me. This is my therapy. My camera, talking to it, is therapy. My dancing, therapy. My music, everything I've been doing since I was little is therapy. Because you have to understand, before you're even born, you need therapy. Because you're somebody else. You get it? Your soul is somebody, like, I could be someone else, like, deep inside. Mm-hmm. I don't like to say it, but I do like to say it. I believe that, like, somewhere in me is Aaliyah. No cap. Because the year she died, 2001, right? Yeah, it's 2001. I was born. And, reincarnation and stuff. But, yeah. Because I don't know. You just look at somebody, like legends, and you just see yourself in them. Like, literally. It's weird. And then, like, it just comes to you all the time. Like, people play Aaliyah when you walk into the mall, and it's just like, Mind you, my ex of 5 years doesn't know who Aaliyah is. And I'm like, that's probably why we don't get along. You want to be a rapper, but you don't know who Biggie or Aaliyah or Ashanti is. The day Young Dolph died, I was telling him, because he kept asking me, like, female rappers or female artists don't die. And I'm like, what? What? They don't die? Oh, yeah, female live forever. No, what are you talking about? I was like, you don't know Aaliyah? He's like, who? I'm like, Aaliyah?
Lisa Left Eye Lopez, Whitney Houston.
Whitney Houston? Yeah. Amy Winehouse? Like, what? It scares me. He doesn't even know who Sierra is. No. I play 1-2 Step and he like knows the song, but he doesn't know who that is or a picture of it. On the plane today too, coming here, it was an older guy, like not older, but like 30. He's a little older, and I showed him my screensaver was a picture of Rihanna, the one with her hair like shaved or whatever with the smoke, cause that's like that picture, and he's like, "Who is that?" I'm like, "What? Don't do that." I'm like, "This is a prank, right?" He's like, "I don't know who that is." I said, "Rihanna." He's like, "What?" And he was black. He know everything about Eazy-E, Dre, but you don't like, and you know, NWA, but you don't know who Rihanna is? No. Now you're joking. And then I was like showing him another picture, and then he's like, she looks familiar. I'm like, familiar? She's rich as hell. Like, rich. Okay? And he's like, I think I know she like sings or something. But I don't know, maybe he was joking. Hopefully. But it's just like, he probably wasn't. Because people don't know a lot. They don't know who Drake is. And then, you know, people like me would be like, how do you not know? But then they look at me and they're like, Dy'mond, like, do you know who Dr. Dre is? Or do you know who Tupac is? Not saying I don't, but like, you know what I mean? I'd be like, nah, I don't know. You get it? Because that's not my time. And that's not theirs. So why would they know? They still listen to their old music. And I'm listening to 2000s, like, you know? And they're not listening to that. They think it's trash. I'm like, what? But, yeah. Like, you know what's crazy? I don't really know that much about Tupac at all. Yeah, I don't. I never, like, I tried to, but I'm always more stuck onto, like, female artists. But I know Tupac. I just don't know. Like, I watched all the movies and stuff. Nothing just, like, lured me into it for some reason. Everything happens for a reason, too. It's the reason why people like Beyonce over Rihanna or Rihanna over Beyonce. Like me, I like Rihanna. My best friend loves Beyonce. You know? So it's like, you know, you just rather one over the other because of maybe a little bit of something. We just don't know. But I love both of them. It's just I'd rather Rihanna. Period. I relate more to her. Yeah. That means he doesn't probably know who Tyra Banks is. No, if you don't know who Sierra or like Aaliyah, like those are music people, then you don't know who Tyra Banks is. Because she's not music, she's like everything else. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. No. I don't know who he knows. What other like male, like who, yeah, like what? He knows like Bruno Mars. Like, that doesn't count. No, That pisses me off. I don't like that. That's nasty. But yeah. Do you know, you know, this Young Dolph situation, right? Yeah. And everyone was just, like, it's just funny because everything repeats and people be confused, like, every time. And I'm like, they're like, why does this keep happening to the rappers? Duh. What do you mean, why? Because they want it to. They do what they do. They say in their music that they're going to do as much as they want to and, like, put out as much as they can and record it. And y'all do what y'all have to do with it because I put my knowledge out there and I'm done. I retire. That's them retiring. They can't live no more because they think way higher than we do. And then it's hard to be around people that just don't understand you. It's so hard. It's like, I don't even want to talk no more because you guys don't understand anything I say. So why do I even talk? Literally. And you don't care to, like, learn. So why? If you want to be a rapper, you need to know the industry. You need to know older people. Like, you can't just be like, well, I study Kodak music every day. No. You don't think Kodak listens to, like, a lot of, like, legends? I didn't know who Foxy Brown was. My producer, like, yeah, I didn't. My producer showed me her music, and I was like, what the hell? This is lit. Yeah. He's like, you need to listen to Foxy Brown. And I listen. Like, I listen to what people tell me, and I'll do it. And I'll study, and I'm like, damn, why ain't nobody tell me? The only music I really know is because of my parents, what they listen to. It's what my parents listen to. It's not nothing else. Or what like, Pandora puts on their, like, playlists. You get what I'm saying? But I never heard a Foxy Brown song until my producer, DC, period, Dollars and Deals, but now he's 100K, was like, yeah, listen to this. And I'm like, oh, this is raw. Yeah. So lit. So lit.
Now I want to dissect some other things you also mentioned in this conversation. You compared the psych ward to jail. Have you actually experienced jail in your life?
No. But I want to tour one. So, like, if someone works at a jail, they do that. But I, like, I don't know. Everyone acts like they don't, but I want to tour one so bad. Like, you know how they have the Netflix show and people walk through it and you just see, like, yeah, I want to do it. But I don't want to go there. But I want to see it. I've never even, like, seen a jail. That's weird. That's not cool. That should be a part of school, like a class. We're going to see a jail cell. Everyone, come on. Yeah. Did it stop recording?
We're still recording.
Okay.
The psych ward.
Yeah.
What led you to it?
The devil. Like, literally. Like, the actual, like, hi, I'm Satan. Come. Literally. That's why it's on the 6th floor. But I like 6. Mm-hmm. You have to like what you don't like. What you're scared of, you need to like it. Like, or understand it or be it. Like, I always tell people, like, if you don't like rich girls, for one day, act like one. Let's switch. If you don't like broke boys, date one. So you can see how, like, what they go through. Because they really go through a lot. And they're smarter than people with money. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all boys came from money, and that's why y'all just throw money like it's nothing. You know? Like, no, you don't value it. You don't value a woman because you never were taught to. You don't know how to. When Lil Wayne said, how to love. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't know how to love. So don't tell me you love me because you don't know how. It's ignorant. It's dumb.
So when you say devil here, what do you mean specifically?
I don't even know. Like, him. Like, the little thing. I don't know. The little thing. Just like, okay, like I said earlier, like, I had invited a bunch of people to my house for a YouTube, like, meeting thing the day my ex, Hari, went to jail. Because I told him, I said, listen, you walk out this house right now, because he came in here, like, in my house, like, dictating stuff. I said, okay, get out. It was in my parents' house. I said, get out. Like, you gonna do all this? You gonna talk like that? Get out and see what happens. I said, all right, man, F you, I don't care about crap. He taking, like, perks, throwing up in my house. I'm like, get out. Cause I'm waiting, I'm trying to hit. I don't give a fuck what you're trying to hit. Go hit somebody else, because I know you can hit somebody else. All you do is cheat. So go do it again. Because I'm working right now. Like, working. And there's people at my house. And he drove off. Within, like, an hour later, I had a studio session right after. Because I'd be on demon time for real. Boom. Jail. Like, he posted. It's not funny, but it's funny. Because I told your ass, listen. And you didn't want to listen. That's your problem. I didn't know. It's not like I actually knew he was going to. But something told me to tell him, like, yo, stop selling weed. Stop selling lean. Stop doing this. That wasn't me talking. That's God. You get what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know why I was telling him that. Boom. You went to jail. I was in the studio in the booth at A2F in Miami. And the people come in and they're like, Stunna or Hari is getting arrested. I'm like, no, he's not. Shut up. And I'm rapping None Approved freestyle, right? That I had wrote about him because I was mad. And boom, he really was. His dad called me talking about son Dy'mond, come get him. What? Come get him? I said, who's there? You guys can't go? He's like, oh, no, we're all here. And the police are being nasty. And they're not listening to him. And they're doing this, they're doing that, and they're just being weird and nasty. And I said, I am not the mother or the father, and I don't care. Because I told him. And I didn't know. And I'm busy. I'm all the way in Miami, you in Del Rey. I'm not coming. I'm by myself. I would really be going places by myself. I'm not going. For what? I can't save him. I'm not police. They're going to look at me like, Ann, that's his girlfriend or ex. Like, they don't care. He's like, well, okay, all right. He sent me the location, everything. That day, the owner of A2F, Will, was like, right after that, he's like, Dime, you need to go home. I was like, don't tell me what to do. He's like, no, you need to go home right now. I said, why? He's like, because your third eye is open. I said, first of all, you need to start looking at me and telling me that because that's weird. I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, no, your third eye is freaking open. Go home because you're going to freak the hell out. I said, okay. I went home. The whole time I'm driving home, the music on the radio, I was like, oh, shit. Get me out. Like, I was freaking the hell out. I was. And, like, I was like, is this brainwashing? Did he make me? Like, I don't understand what that is. I got home, and I just seen everything different. Different. Like, it's like, you know, I wear contacts and, like, whatever for a prescription. It's like when you put your glasses on, you see everything in, like, an outline. You know, like a blue or green outline normally because it's so clear and it went from blurry to clear. Like, that's how it is. And sometimes it might be too strong of an outline. And now you're, like, blinding because it hurts, you know? So that's what happened. Mm-hmm. Spiritually, I was just like, I was like, oh, my God. Like, this is scary. And I'm from Boca. Like, you know, I'm raised in Boca, and that's all money. So, like, it's money. Walking. That's, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's that, yeah. That's scary. Like, people's parents kill each other all the time, and we be like, dang, Chad, what happened to your parents? We be laughing about it. It's not funny. They really just got, like, they really shooting each other on 441, like, gone. And he's just vibing in class, and we just vibing, and we don't care. We go to your house, we gonna smoke later, and move on. Because why? Oh, they left me with, like, 50 mil. So I don't really care. Probably, like, they don't care. Because their parents weren't even there for them, so it doesn't make a difference if they were dead or alive. You know? Like, all they knew was money. Parents be like, going to Cabo, here's a mill. Go to school. Talk to your nanny. And you're just like, okay. Like, we'll be in mansions, like, 13 years old, smoking weed, doing, like, living our life like it's, like, a B&B. Like, all y'all, like, B&B strip club. We've been doing that. That's why it's boring. I'm like, ew, I don't want to go to that. Like, that's boring, bro. We've been doing that. And then people say, oh, you know, you don't know how it comes to come from out the mud. Coming from a silver spoon, like Drake did, and people make fun of that, which is why he's Drake, is because now you're expected to do something better. Like, you can't go from being you came from a silver spoon, now I want to be a plastic spoon. No. I got to be a diamond spoon. The hell? Or else my parents are going to be like, why do we even make you? You're a disgrace to the family. That's all I heard last year when I was in the psych ward. Dy'mond, you're ruining our family's name. Y'all ruining my name. The hell? I'm the family name. The hell y'all talk about? It's dumb, but it's funny. You have to go through it. It's fun. It's fun. Life is fun. It is, because it's a roller coaster. As soon as it's sunny, it just starts hurricaning, bro. And you're just like, all right, let's go outside during the hurricane. Literally. Like, my dad always loves to go outside during hurricanes. I'm like, why? And my mom's like, no. And we're literally holding on to, like, the door of the house with my GoPro outside of the house while it's hurricaning. Like, just, like, laughing. Like, that's not funny. People die in hurricanes, okay? And it's, like a lot of wind miles per hour. Like, it's scary. But we're, like, having fun. You get it? So it's like, well, who cares? It's more fun in the rain sometimes. No cap. That sunny stuff be boring. That fake, big booty, big everything, those girls that are like, well, I look like this. And you ugly. Inside, you're ugly. Like, you think you're so bad on the outside, and you're ugly. Like, you're just ugly, bro. And people be like, well, why did he marry her? Not me. I have a fat ass. Exactly. He don't want no fat ass. He wants that for, like, one night. But you not a wife? You is not a wife. You a hoe. You a hoe. That shit's funny. He's like, this girl's crazy. Yup. Local.
So, did the psych ward help with whatever got you in there? Have you overcome this?
Yes. And it's crazy because they put that stuff in there. Woo! They put that stuff in there. Like, you're in the psych ward and you see, like, I'm in the psych ward, bro. Like, you wear red gowns in the ER. Everyone else is yes. Red. Okay? Yes, bro. The guy that took my blood was military, too. He had 666 all over his face, dog. All over it. And I was like, I don't want him to take my blood. They're like, why? I'm like, because the tourniquet's been on my arm longer than it's supposed to be. And they're like, how do you know? I said, because I know. Like, I'm CMAA, EMR, all that certified. And phlebotomy tech. This is not how you take blood. Get it off of me. And because I know too much to them, go to bed. I woke up, and also the nurse was on my phone talking to my parents. On my phone. I don't know how she got in my phone. It was a black female. It always be the black females, like, we the same. Don't do that. Do not do that. We are the same. I could be your daughter. And you out here doing this on the phone with my mom, on my phone, where I have, like, my work, my passwords to my job. Like, okay, that's a lawsuit. Yeah, that's scary as hell. And they don't have cameras in certain parts of it. In certain parts, like in the ER of, like, wherever. I don't know where it is. It's like the dungeon. But there's no cameras. None. And I don't trust when there's no cameras. People be like, oh, I'm scared there's cameras. No, thank God there's cameras. Thank God. Because no camera scared the shit out of me. Like, I'm a camera. Like, I remember. I remember, okay?
So did you overcome this with the psych ward's help? Like, they wouldn't discharge you until you overcame this? Yeah.
Well, they didn't discharge me until my chemical balances were like, no, whatever I don't know. They, like, kept testing me. Like, I got blood drawn every day until, like, a certain amount of serotonin and dopamine, because, oh, you're too happy. Why is that a bad thing? Why is that a bad thing? I was diagnosed with bipolar. And I'm like, how? I understand, but I don't, because bipolar really means, like, you're high then low. Like, low, like, you're gonna kill yourself. And I've never felt suicidal, ever. Even on them drugs they put me on, they could never make me suicidal. Never. Because why? I'm Dy'mond. Why would I be suicidal? The hell? That's weird. I would never take my life. But you call me bipolar, right? Then there were, like, some people, the second place were like, maybe she's schizo. I was like, I don't hear shit. I don't hear noises. They're like, yes, you do. I said, no, I don't. How you going to tell me what I hear? I said, I'm not schizo. Don't do that. That's weird. They're like, well, why do you keep looking over your shoulder? Because y'all weird. Y'all scare the crap out of me. And then there's real crazy people just all over the place. Banging on walls. Like, it's crazy. It's like monkeys, bro.
You did mention in this conversation, though, that you did see shadows and you felt this presence behind you.
Yeah. Not even behind, like, just, like, I felt like one. Like I was a shadow. Not even I feel them, I am one. Like, just, I was.
I didn't know if that would enter that schizo equation or not.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, what I know from my knowledge of psych and what I learned was that, like schizo is just that you hear things. And I understand, like, okay, maybe you see things. Maybe it's schizo. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know, but who cares? Everybody has a mental disorder. Everybody. We all do. Some people are narcissistic. Some people Like, who cares, bro? Nothing's supposed to define you. You cannot define a person. Nothing. You cannot call me straight because I might be gay. You can't call me gay because I might be straight. How you know? You can't call me female. I might be a male. How do you know? Do you understand? You're not God. You don't know. You didn't create me. You don't know. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you fear the unknown, you know? You're scared because you don't know. And I was always scared because I didn't know. You know, I always thought everything was cool. And it's not even like I wasn't around it. Like, I was around Ouija boards. I was like, we would do like ghost hunts. But I would just think it's a joke. I'm like, that's bullshit. Those don't exist. I still don't believe they exist. But, like, you know, you believe certain parts of it exist, like spirits, but you don't believe in, like, literal, you know? Which are the same. So it's like, it's just the form of what you think. But you need to, if you believe in good, you need to believe in bad. Okay? Because some people that I talk to that are close to me, I'll be like, you know that there's a bad part of the world, right? And they're like, no, there's not. Like, you know the little monkey thing that's like, hear, see, whatever, don't, whatever it says? That's bullshit. What do you mean you don't see evil? So if someone kills somebody right in front of you, you don't see no evil? I don't understand that. That's what I don't understand. Maybe I just don't I didn't interpret it right. But you see evil all the time. All the time. You watch the news, evil. You watch, like, you watch porn, evil. That's evil. You know? We're not supposed to be doing that. But we do it. Of course. Everyone does it. Everyone has sex. But you're not supposed to. When it comes to, like, you know that's weird? You're not supposed to have sex till you're married and all this BS. But in psychology, in the Maslow's, like, you know, hierarchy of, I forgot the title of it, but the triangle of, like, your needs, you need sex. It's in it. Like, you actually need sex to live. Like, in science. And, yeah, you know, certain things release certain types of chemicals, like exercising. But exercising is not going to give you the same release as sex. And sex does not have to be with a person. It could be with yourself. And it should be. Because a lot of y'all don't know how, like, a lot of y'all men do not know how to have sex. Because you don't even F yourself. Period. You don't even F yourself. If you can't look in the mirror and, like, do it to yourself, you can't do it to a female, bruh. You don't even know what you're doing. You scoot in the chair, bro. Like, take that back to school, bruh. That's weird. I don't like that. I be faking all the time. Like, so great. Love it. They're like, yeah, I got that good thing, right? Yeah, you do. You do. As soon as you say no, they're choking you against the wall. And you're like, damn, I'm gonna die.
When it comes to the bipolar disorder, is that something that you've overcome? Or is that something that you continue to battle with today?
I don't think I ever battled with it. But I think I know what I was, and I am. That's why I have to drink Red Bull, which doesn't make sense. I don't get how Red Bull, like, calms me down. Okay? But it does. It's, like, weird. But I was manic. Yeah. So, like, manic is, like, you're just, like, monster. Like, but, like, I was a happy monster. Like, I felt like I was on top of the world. And that's, like, it's cool, but it's scary because it's just, like, I didn't know what I was doing. And, like, when I see things that they, like, you know, everything was broadcasted. Because it's not like I'm the only one. But everybody go through that. Something. Everybody go through something. It's just not on social media. But my dumbass was on live the whole time. So, like, that was God, like, that was God showing, like, making me that person that could handle the hate. You get what I'm saying? Like, all right, Dy'mond, that's your part of your path where you're just going to go crazy and the whole world is going to see it. And other people can't do that because they can't handle that. They can't handle everyone knowing how crazy they are. Moo, you're crazy. Okay, boo-hoo, I don't care. Good. You don't think, like, Jesus was crazy? He was, like, he was schizo. He was that. He was this. You get what I'm saying? Like, y'all is annoying. Just dumb. Like, you know? Mm-hmm.
Do you follow a religion?
Yeah. I mean, I grew up Catholic, but, like, I just got baptized, period. That's why I'm, like, so, like, haha, I don't care. I got baptized with Vicky, actually. Well, Vicky. Here in Atlanta. Christian Life of Church. Christian. Oh, God, that's bad. But it was a Christian church. It's, like, Christian Life of Christian. I don't know. I know where it's at. But it was so fun. It was lit. And Boosie's cousin was the one that baptized me in a hot tub. But, like, in the church, not like... That sounds bad. No, it was very much a vibe. Yeah.
His cousin Donkey.
Yeah, Donkey. Oh, you know him? Yeah, that's cool. Period.
I saw Vicky's post the... I didn't see you in it. I didn't know you were there, but I saw...
Oh, on Instagram.
She posted it on her Instagram.
Oh, yeah, it's on her YouTube, too. I have videos. I just didn't post it yet because I want it to be like a, you know, like a montage, like a documentary, not just like, hey, guys, I got baptized with no explanation. Because I wasn't going to get baptized that day, actually. Like, I was like, I don't want to do that. Like, for why? I'm vibing. But what Vicky put me through right before that, I said, oh, hell no, me first. Put me in, coach. Put me in, because Vicky scared the shit out of me. She's like, bro, she's screaming at the whole world, rushing to there, and just being like, I'm trying to get baptized, bitch. Get the fuck out the way. I'm like, we're going to die. And I was literally like, I took my notebook and I was drawing the actual triangle of, like, Maslow's, like, shit of what you need to survive. Because I'm like, I don't know, but I feel like I'm about to die. Because I'm in the passenger seat and Vicky's scaring the crap out of me. And we get there and I was there to just, like, help, like, be there supporting her get baptized. And, you know, the pastor was like, Dy'mond, you want to do it? I said, yes. Now. Because I feel like I'm going to die if I don't. Mm-hmm.
So you were raised
Catholic.
Under Catholicism, Roman Catholicism, but do you still follow that denomination currently or no? Under Christianity?
No. I haven't been to a Catholic church or, like, I don't know. I don't know. It's just not giving me good vibes. There's nothing wrong with it, but I feel like maybe if I was, like, raised in a Christian home, in a Christian church, a lot of things wouldn't have happened. And there's nothing wrong with Catholic, like, cool, but it's just not it for me. I don't feel godly when I'm in there. I've never felt godly when I'm in there. Never. And I got baptized. That's when I first got baptized. That was just now was my second time getting baptized, but my first baptism was in a Catholic church. Like, I was like, you know.
At this point in your life, you do follow Christianity, but do you consider yourself under a denomination under Christianity or no?
Like, just, I'm like, yeah, Christian. Like, okay. Yeah, Christian, right? Yeah, that's what it means, right?
Well,
denomination?
Well, Christianity is the name of the religion, but there are denominations under that.
No, not yet. I don't know yet. Because I haven't been able to get there yet.
So, for example, Roman Catholic is a denomination under Christianity.
Yeah. No.
But there are a variety of them according to Wikipedia.
Like Baptist, right? Or that's not it?
For example, Eastern Orthodox, Roman Catholic, varieties of Protestantism, and then under Protestantism, there's so much more.
Yeah. So
it's like an umbrella with other umbrellas, with other umbrellas under those umbrellas, if you get my drift there.
I just don't know because it's like a lot, like especially when you're like from way two different backgrounds. You know, like my dad's Haitian and like, you know, he was raised like very strictly Christian. And then I'm not sure, I forgot. He told me, but it was like I forgot what type of Christian. But then my mom is like from Thailand and like, you know, my grandpa is like, you know, like Buddhist, like Buddhism. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I learned all this in world history, and I like, you know, but I just don't know yet because I didn't get to like get there. I just know I believe in God and, you know, Jesus Christ. That's it. I don't know about Hail Mary and stuff like that. I don't know about that. I don't know. I just don't know about that. Like I knew about it, and I don't think it's really helping. And I don't know. I don't want to know about that. Just God and Jesus. That's like, yeah. That's it, please. I don't want to know about the other stuff. That scares me. I don't like it. I don't like it. Mm-mm.
Just for clarification, Baptists fall under as a variety of Protestantism.
Oh, so it's under another umbrella thing.
So, according to Wikipedia, a denomination is a subgroup within a religion that operates under a common name, tradition, and identity. So, for example, there's Eastern Orthodox, Roman Catholic, and many varieties of Protestantism. Baptists fall under Protestantism. All under the Christianity umbrella.
Yeah. Where is Roman Catholic from? Like, where did it start?
I don't have that information.
Like Rome?
I'd have to research that.
Like, where did it start? Because what is that? What is that? And then of course, you know, I always would get weird looks when people ask me like, "Oh, what are you?" I'm like, Catholic. They're like, "Oh." I'm like, "What? What's wrong with Catholic?" My mom just told me to be Catholic, but like, you know, she grew up Buddhist. Yeah, I don't know. You just don't know, and they won't tell you. They're not gonna tell you.
Now, you were raised Roman Catholic under the roof of both of your parents, or?
Both my parents.
Okay.
Like, my dad just let my mom do, like, you know, do her thing. But obviously, he knows what he knows. And he knows what he knows because my grandma, like, when she's still alive today, period. But she, like, installed that in their brain, you know? She's very religious.
So as you were growing up, did you, with your mom following Buddhism, did you get...
No, I didn't know she followed Buddhism.
Okay, got it.
I only knew that because, like, I went to my grandparents' house. And they're, like, swadika, and they put the, like, orange stuff on your wrist. And my grandpa just died, like, September. So we went to, like, the service, and I'm just like, oh, like, I forgot that we do this. You know? Like, how the tradition is and stuff. How you put the food out, like, all that. I'm like, this is cool. I didn't cry because, like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a bad thing. He's a good person.
What is your father's reaction to you not following Roman Catholicism?
Honestly, he doesn't care what I do. Not that he doesn't care what I do, but he's just like, you choose. I'm not going to tell you what to choose. Like, he is the one person that will not tell you what religion to follow. Because I don't even think, like, he doesn't consider one thing because he believes in just what he believes in. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The reason why I ask is because sometimes in families when
to religions,
a parent follows a religion and their child doesn't follow that religion anymore or sees religion in a different light or a different thought, that can cause a rift in a relationship between parent and child.
I feel like that's more like my mom, because my mom is the one that, like, put Catholic in me and my, like, brother's brain. Like, my brother still goes to, like, he goes to the classes I went to every Wednesday. It's like Ash Wednesday, like, you know what I mean? And it's cool, but, like when she sees this, she's like, Dy'mond? And I'm like, yes, Mom. I don't believe in it. Something is not right. Because why did I feel like I could breathe when I got baptized the other day with Vicky at the Christian church? And my whole life growing up in the Catholic church, I just don't feel it. Like, I never felt anything. You know, I'm just like, I didn't even understand anything, like, they were preaching about. I don't know what I learned. All I remember is Our Father. That's the only prayer I remember. Everything else is a blur. Like, I don't know what they were talking about.
So just for clarification, I want to make sure I understood you. Even though your mother follows Buddhism, but she instilled Roman Catholicism
Mm-hmm.
in you?
Yes.
In you and your brother?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I just want to make sure I heard that right.
Yeah, she does, yeah.
Okay.
Like, she was been to Thailand the other day, not the other day, but a few months ago with her, like, sisters and my grandma. You know what I mean? Like, she does that stuff. Like, she knows Buddhism, but I don't.
So I wonder if she follows both or she just
Yeah.
kind of studied it to be in a relationship with your father, and your father may have made that the dominant religion that
but he doesn't really like to go to the Catholic Church either. Like, he always says he doesn't like it. He just does it for her or something. I don't know. I don't know what they got going on. No cap. Like, I never know what they got going on.
When it comes to your parents, are they still together today?
Yeah. They got divorced last year, but they're very much together now.
Do you know the reason for the divorce? Do you know why they split?
Yeah, but it's bullshit to me. Like, it doesn't make sense. Apparently, he cheated after 20 years of him never cheating. Like, it just doesn't, like, none of it makes sense. Like, it doesn't, 1 + 1 is not equaling 2. Like, and I knew they were going to get back together. I already knew. That's why I was never tripping about them getting a divorce. Because y'all still, like, y'all got papers, y'all got lawyers, but y'all at the movies right now. Well, your mom wants to see, what? What? Why are you guys hanging out if you're, like, calling me, talking about, your mom is suing me for $1 million. And they're just talking crap about each other to me. It just does, like, none of it makes sense. And then you're back in the house and, like, it's weird because why didn't mom Ben kick you out if you was cheating? And if you was cheating, you wouldn't be at the house every day. You wouldn't be, like, a good dad. Like, I know what a cheater looks like. Trust me. And it's not you. And even if you did cheat for one time, my mom is not going to care. My mom been through worse. Before, I have a sister. I like her. She's cool. Whatever. But that's my mom's first daughter. And she had a dad. And that's like, you know, my mom got pregnant at 19 with this guy. And he's dead now. And my mom did not shed a tear. And I was like 8, and I'm like, what is going on? Yeah. And yeah, I don't know. It's just a lot of things you just don't know. And apparently he was abusive. He was really bad. He was alcoholic. A bunch of stuff. He was just not a good person. He died from a UTI. Like, I don't... I don't know. That's not funny, but it's, like, confusing. A UTI? Like, what? Yeah, I don't know. Yo no sé. I do not know. Yeah.
So as far as same mother, same father, it's you and your brother.
Yeah. So everyone knows I just have a little brother. Because my sister don't like, she really loves my little brother, and she loves my mom. But me, not so much. She don't really like me. We don't talk at all. At all.
And for time reference, it's December 2021 now.